Hello. Hello, how are you? Oh, what do you say today? What are we doing here? I'm doing an interview. Oh, I didn't know. Thought I was just a little camera. No, this is an interview. Great, I'm all excited. How's your device now? After we've been working on it for a while, it's taken effect. Yeah, it looks good. Well, I don't see any chemtrails here. It's a great one. The sky used to be so full, I can see that. They have respect for your machine. That's possible, yes. This is great, so I like it. For a start. So I did a short documentary. Yeah, I'm watching it. About the building phases. Very nice. That's the Pole, right? What? That's the Polish guy, right? Exactly. Very nice. That's how it started. And we got phase 2 here. 3rd ring, 4th ring. And this is 4-4, yeah. Then we come over here to the final state. Here's how it looks. Today you just let the water in. Yes, and we're already seeing a little spin. But it becomes even stronger later when the water is a bit higher. We had to reduce it, because in the beginning, only the first one was running and the others not at all, because it was flowing out of it now. I've throttled the 3 so that all 4 are flowing equally well. Very nice. The spherical harmonizer. Perhaps, and I had perhaps also made him say something about Algeria, not only about the deserts, but also about the calming effect. May I remind you that 20 years ago, Algeria was once the #1 terrorist country in North Africa, and the Americans wanted to initiate this and then some more to instigate the Arab Spring. And that didn't work out. Then they had to go to Libya and Tunisia and so on to do that. Because he said, and you almost can't believe it, that such a device creates peace. And may I remind you of the lecture he gave 2 months ago when he said, I am active in the Ukraine and it will calm down. There was a heightened warlike atmosphere, and he installed something, and it was almost unbelievable. It did happen. Mrs. Merkel has suddenly become active with Mr. Arnauld, and a few days ago, Mr. Kari was there and he got down on one knee and called Mr. Poroshenko back. And they suddenly established peacefulness. That's great. If this works, and here too, and he told me in the car this morning, you'll see soon the barracks will be closed, the Americans will leave. That would be a blessing. So in the last 2 months we have accelerated. We have also overtaken ourselves financially, but I hope the association will then jump aside. We're not out of the woods yet financially, but it was so actively important to me that something had to happen here. There were always one stripe after another, and here now you can see it's surprisingly quiet. Constantly a deep flight mode, the jet fighters flew over here, one galaxy at a time. And the people who lived there were missing. You could tell, and we hope now that we can create peace there, and then we could actually reward them with the Nobel Peace Prize. So I just want to... And if we can do that, then that's a great thing. And so maybe one device is... One single swallow does not make a summer. We still have to see that we might be able to initiate a few other facilities through the association. We once said if there were about 20 devices in Germany, there would be no war anymore in the whole country. All of Europe would be past the war. And he now got 2 other devices in the north part of Germany, and we are thinking about where else can we get active now. That these devices can finally crack down on turning this country into a blissful nation. This is so great. I'm glad that. But that we might again observe a little bit what it actually is and what it will be then, and how does it function. He already explained it, but if you have questions, we can do this again, of course. These are not natural clouds, nor are they contrails from commercial planes which disappear after a few hundred meters, but chemtrails, spraying from military fuel jets with nanoparticles of aluminum, barium, and strontium that make people sick, poison the soil, and enter the food chain through plants. Those chemtrails are spreading, and in a few hours, a blue sky will be covered with a white veil, and not a single ray of sunlight will ever get through to Earth. The Algerian computer scientist Majid Abdelaziz, developer of the harmonization system, and his assistant Joseph Adrian, during the technical installation, with the harmonization system, according to Majid Abdelaziz, the chemtrails dissolve and can no longer spread. Under a blue sky, natural cumulus clouds form again, the likes of which have not been seen for decades.